All right then, Lagos, Nigeria, welcome to the show. Itonte mad.
Essex, that was your slogan for the longest time.
Hey yo, man, I've missed my homie. I've missed Sinzu. Sauce is in the building, Lagos, Nigeria.
Make some news.
Hey yo, man.
Sinzu.
You are looking very well.
I'm out to try, man.
Wow.
I've been in Yankee, fresh.
As a fresh boy.
I'm tired,
It's
man.
get to December, I'm fresh.
We are happy to have you back, Sauce. First of all,
back.
I'm blown away. The first thing for me is this: how long have you been away from Nigeria?
I've been away since like December 2011.
Okay, I said
December
2011.
Yeah.
Wow.
December
So that is 8 years.
Yeah. It's
8 years.
8 years now. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
And the love has been ridiculous. Like I saw you come back, and people are still. It's still Sauce. It's the Sauce Kid.
Sauce Kid.
It's almost like you never left.
I mean, it's like I left because there's a lot of things have changed. You know what I'm saying? Like the music has changed. Like the artists have changed. The people who are on top right now changed, and the way people listen to me. Social media has changed. You know what I'm saying? Like
True.
it wasn't a big social media presence back then. 8 years ago at least. So now you got people with 2 million followers. And you know what I mean? They ain't even been out of Nigeria. It's crazy. So it's big, and I'm just trying to tap in. You know what I'm saying? I've been away so long. I had to come back.
Is this? Are you just visiting, or what is?
I came to get a bag, babe. I came to get a bag. I ain't come to visit nobody. I ain't come to play no games with nobody.
No, you might have come to check out whether you want to move back.
No, I came to check out that bag. I came to check out how big that bag is.
Does the bag influence your moving back?
I mean, honestly, I feel like because. I could live here. I could live in America. You know what I mean? But I've been living in America so long that I'm used to being out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to certain things. But for the right reasons, I would be here. This is where I'm from. This is where I was born at. You know what I mean?
Let me ask. You were here. You were big here. I mean, you had the hits. Right. What made you leave to the point that even now when we throw the banter and say, will you move back, you're fully... What made you leave that bad?
See, basically back then, I was a hustler. You know what I'm saying? I was a hustler.
Yeah.
Figured a way to get some money and push some music. You feel me? So when I came from America to Nigeria, I started to get on fumes. Like my finances started to get low.
Yes.
So I had to get back over there and re-up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in the process of that, I got caught up in between situations and life happened, legal situations. And that's really what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was never like a label pushing me or nothing. It was always like with me and T-Bills or me myself and.
Speaking about T-Bills, because that name came up now.
Oh, it did.
But I don't know if you saw, the whole T-Bills, Tiwa situation, and how everything just spiraled out of control. Do you have any commentary on that? When last did you see T-Bills? I just started.
T-Bills, I ran into him. I was in L.A. recently. I saw him out there. He's been in L.A. He's been working. He's actually working on a new artist too.
Okay.
Has a new.
Who the young girl he's been pushing?
He has a singer. He has a singer he works with.
Yes.
I don't know her name. I think it's Robek.
Yeah, the lady has been.
Okay, I wouldn't know off the top. I'm just asking. Yeah.
So he's been working on that. He's been focused on that. And as far as the situation with him and Tiwa, I never really spoke on it because that's married people situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I know Tiwa from way back, and I know T-Bills from way back. So.
Yes.
For me, it was just sad to see it go down like that, and it's just I stayed away from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
I know
sad,
this. I know conspicuously you did stay away from it.
And then like these blogs, because people know I'm close to T-Bills. You know what I'm saying? So certain people on the internet try to poke
so that you can say something, and then it'll be clickbait.
Yeah, and I don't fall for that. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. It's their business, and I hope they figure it out. True. Facts.
All right. So I also want to do something. You have gotten into a bit of trouble. The name Sauce Kid.
Yes,
I don't know if you.
Lots of trouble.
And there'll be no Sinzu interview, like a complete Sinzu interview, if we don't ask you about that situation. So let's start from the first one. We were all here in Nigeria when a video came out. I don't know if that video was about you or anything. Some stuff in a store.
Right.
And that was the first video we saw.
Right.
The next issue we saw was some issue about that ended you up in jail.
Yeah.
Right.
To be honest. So I want to find out what was the whole thing. What happened? What was the whole story? And then,
basically the one, so it was two separate cases.
Yeah.
Right? The one with the tape that happened in 2014. That was about May or April of May. In the store, just grinding, hustling, doing what I was supposed to be doing. And, I stepped on a couple
What you were supposed
toes.
to be doing or not supposed to be doing?
What I was not supposed to be doing.
Because I was like doing what you're supposed
Doing what I was not supposed to be doing. Playing with somebody else's
Didn't look like
card info and
evangelism.
stuff like that. Nah.
Okay, keep
So
going.
basically, without going into too many details, I had access into somebody else's personal information, and I was able to, take financial gain out of that, which is illegal in America. So after succeeding at it for so long, I guess they wanted to put a stop to it, like, oh, who is this guy? You know what I'm saying? So that tape that you saw was a Crime Stoppers video.
Yes.
And that was put on the news, like on the local news, like, hey, if you can help us out to locate this person or who.
Wow.
Wow, crazy.
And
What kind
guess
of
who
pressure
ratted
is
me
that?
out?
Who ratted you out?
GODWON.
No. No.
I heard that.
No.
I watched an interview where you
That's why
said
that whole beef, like,
So
a
that
lot of people
beef
think
went
it's a
that
publicity
far?
stunt. It's not. Like, I really don't like that dude. You feel me? Like,
Wow.
Yeah.
GODWON is he back in Houston?
I don't care where he's at.
Okay.
Like, but nah, he did that, and he actually put my name
And
and
information,
and at Crime Stoppers. You know what I'm saying? And then they took that lead because that was the only lead they had. They took that lead, and 2 days later, no cap, they was outside my house.
Wow.
My goodness.
Right, and that turned into a situation. Now, in that period, I was ready to come back to Nigeria to come do the music thing. You feel me? But because of that situation, I had to put hold on that. Like, I couldn't put out no music. I couldn't like promote nothing because it was like almost a waste of money. I couldn't come to Nigeria and all that. So while I was fighting that case in 2014, by 2015, I ended up settling and getting probation. They gave me 2 years probation. So, still couldn't come to Nigeria. So now I'm in America, like, damn, can't come to Nigeria, And then 20. So I got on probation 2015 up to 2016.
What probation? I'm sorry, we don't have
So
that
probation
here.
is like,
what is
you don't go to
probation?
jail.
Explain it to the average layman.
Basically, probation, you don't go to jail. It's like, okay, we're gonna give you a slap on the wrist. It's like supervised. It's like a supervised situation where you have to check in, you have to call in.
Yes.
You can't do certain type of drugs like marijuana or whatever. You have, they put you on colors. If your color pops up, you have to go take a drug test. You pop up dirty, you're going to jail.
Do you have that stuff on your leg?
No, that's
one.
That's a house arrest
Okay.
thing.
No, that stuff that monitors
That
you.
wasn't that bad.
No,
You
it wasn't
weren't
that bad. Okay.
But they do that if you're like a flight risk or if you've had
or
like
you
failure to
beat
appear.
people up.
Yeah.
So basically, I was on probation, which was, all right, don't get in trouble within this period. These
2 years.
You can't go out of country without permission.
Okay.
If you want to go out of state, you have to get permission. You know what I mean? So it was like a lot of stipulations to it that made it just irritating.
Yeah.
And just being a hustler, I'm sitting in the city at that time where I'm on probation.
Yeah.
Can't get no money.
Yes.
I'm this rapper that everybody know, but I'm not living up to it. So I'm like, yo,
What am I gonna do?
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just go back to what I do, and I took a trip, went out to the West Coast, got busy, and just got in trouble.
Wow.
So that was now the second time.
Actually, that was the third time.
No way.
The first time,
we had to make some noise for you. You are hard-headed.
now we keeping it real. We
No,
can't
I
let
know,
go of
I
my
know.
past. This is my truth.
That's-
You feel me?
And I really
Anybody
appreciate,
can feel how they wanna feel about it.
and I
Yo,
really
I-
appreciate that because
appreciate
you're
that.
being
I did that.
sincere.
You're
yeah.
being
But yeah, that
honest,
was my
and
third
this
time.
is your
My first
whole
time,
thing,
I
yeah.
beat it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was in December 2013. I beat
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Second time was May 2014.
And then
I
the
got on
third-
probation.
Yeah.
Third time landed me 2 years in prison.
Whew.
Wow.
So what happened when that now took you to prison for 2 years?
So basically, I was on probation for that 2014 joint.
Yes, and you broke
then
that.
I went
Went
and
out.
committed another crime. So at that point, they was just looking at me like, you know what?
Throw
We
him
gave you a
up.
slap on the wrist. Now we about to hurt you. So from that day when I got cuffed up, I
Ooh.
thought I was going to bond out, get a lawyer, fight it. I didn't see outside till 2 years later.
Jeez, 2 whole years.
I didn't get no bond, nothing. It was just,
What?
they just held me. And then it was federal, so I would
Where
have to
was
go to
this?
court.
Yeah.
This was July 2016.
All of this happening in Houston.
No, this happened in Idaho. This was on the West Coast.
Okay.
Right. So, and the crazy thing is,
Because I know you said you stayed in prison, two prisons or something.
yeah, it was 2. So I was
Yeah.
in jail for a year and prison for a year. So while I was waiting on my sentence, I was in jail in Idaho.
Yeah.
And then I went to prison in Houston.
My
So they
goodness.
transferred me to prison in Houston after that.
How was hey yo man? We see movies, but I
wanted
hear
to-
the real
yeah.
life experience, It's way different. It's definitely not kumbaya.
I really wanted to ask you that. You know,
what do you do in prison? What is a day in prison?
Prison like.
Prison is based on routine.
The young boys.
It teaches you routine. You know what I mean? Because you don't have anything else to do. You're not gonna see anybody new. You're not gonna meet no new people. You're gonna see the same people here every day until they either go home or die.
And you're not in control of your time or anything.
Definitely. Like, you know, you could be sitting here right now and you have to get up and go to your room for count. You know, it takes them over an hour, 30 minutes to count us, and you're literally just sitting there for nothing. And then you come out. They tell you when to eat. It's like people tell you.
Do they wake you up early in the morning?
They wake you up early. It's like if
how they wake you up?
What
time?
Sinzu, people think it's like gates and chains. It's not. It's actually bars, doors. Like it's controlled like mechanical.
Okay, so also that goes.
So it just opens. All the doors open. Everybody knows to come out. They know it's breakfast time. They serve breakfast. If you're not there,
you missed out.
That's you. You know what I mean? So you got people who just have attitudes all day. You know, you got people who like they've caught all this time. The people outside are not supporting them, so they're just looking for whoever to take it out on.
And do they put like everyone? So do you have like newbies? And then you have so they just throw you to someone who's been there for like 10 years, and then you're just new.
That situation happens, but like
it
depends on like the temperaments. Like,
okay.
So they do like an evaluation, like a psychology thing, and they find out if you're high risk or not. If they need to separate you from certain people. If you're in a gang, that means you can't be around certain people. So by the time from the it's called processing. So from processing to the point where you get to a cell, they already know like, okay, he can get along with these people. Or
okay.
What crimes did your cellie commit? Let's know. How did they? My
cellie, so the one cellie I had end up having.
Did they talk about that?
He's he was in there for a dummy charge, bro. Like, bro was in there for smuggling Mexicans, for smuggling illegals.
What?
I'm not from that'll be a huge
everything I love, bro. When I sat there, I'm like, "What's up, man? What's your name?" He told me his name. I'm like, "All right, they call me Zoo." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in prison, they usually call you from where you're from. You know, like what state you're from, because it's so hard to remember people's names. You know what I'm saying? So I called him Vegas, and he called me Cali.
Okay.
But then eventually he caught on to Zoo. You know what I'm saying? Sinzu. Anyway, so I'm like, "Yo, what you here for?" They're like, "Man, you know, just smuggling." I'm like, "What? You smuggling drugs?" Like, "Nah, bro, illegals." I'm like, "Wait, what you mean? Like some Nigerians?" They're like, "Nah, some Mexicans."
Alvarez.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, "Wait, bro, wait, what? Wait, explain this to me. Like, how do you do this?" "Man, we put them in the trunk and we drive them through the border." I'm not lying. It sounds like jokes.
Quite a racket. Quite a racket.
Oh my gosh.
We've seen,
and it's crazy because that was Texas, so a lot of people do that. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know that. I didn't have an idea that type of hustle.
Like no clues.
60% of the people I was locked up with were in there for that.
No way. 60%.
I've seen that when they rig the cars, and they can push like 4 people, 5 people, a whole family.
Like, it could be like a pickup truck, and they put them all on the bottom and put like tomatoes and planks and all type of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, so that was your routine for two years.
Well, my routine, I started.
And you came out big from prison. How did you come out so swole?
Bro, I was okay. So I got in prison. My first couple of weeks, I already got into it with somebody because based on my affiliations from the past.
Yeah.
So that got me into a little got into it. Then I went to the hole. So the hole is like prison inside of prison.
Wow.
Solitary.
Basically, all white walls, no books, no TV.
Okay, we see that on TV, on the shows.
It'll literally drive you crazy to just see all white walls, white light, So I was in there for a month.
Shoot.
And all I would do is look out my cell, and I see another dude in the other cell, and we can't talk because we can't hear each other. So then you start the sign language, I learned how to do all that. So me and him just start sign language. I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna start doing. Me and you just gonna start doing 500 push-ups a day. Like, I do 25, you do 25. So I do my 25. I get up. I'm like, yo, go. He do his 25, and then 500 turned to 1,000, and then I was doing 1,000 push-ups every day.
Wow.
And then like 2 months later, I
just talking to somebody
with sign language
from one hole in your wall.
And he knows, like, I get up, I look at him, I'm like, yo, go. He know to go.
So you do like 25.
No, he know. Sometimes it's like, let's double up. Let's go 50. Yeah. And he be like, all right.
And this person's like in another building.
He's in the cell right across. Like it's a bar door right there. Yeah. And it's another bar door. It's another bar.
Okay, so
it's like I can see him and communicate. I can see them,
but he's too far to hear your voice.
So you just
you can't hear voices. You sign language.
Yo.
So it's like if I do 50, and I see him do 45, I got a problem. Like, yo, bro, I need that 5 ASAP.
Yo,
I need that remaining 5. Like, you owe me that. Like, it's real.
Because I saw you came out of prison and you were huge.
I went into prison at 155. I came out 194 muscle.
No way.
Damn.
No way.
No way. But you see, like, I had nothing else to do.
Exactly.
True.
I'm in there with a bunch of men all day. Like,
you were gonna tell us what the routine was.
Basically, so my routine was I wake up in the morning. They try to get me to work. I finessed them. I worked for a little bit, then I stopped.
You worked in the prison? What do you mean?
Everybody
they
works
pay
in
you?
prison.
You get paid for
I
it?
got paid 16 cents an hour.
What? What is that?
What kind of labor?
How much is that in a month? 16 cents.
But
what do you get paid? What are you doing?
I think
what
it's
is the
still
work?
more than Nigerian minimum wage.
Bro,
what do you mean? 16 cents?
I worked 40 hours in 1 month.
How much? What's your paycheck?
My biggest check ever. That was my first check. Was $25. No cap.
Sorry. Wait for a month.
I really.
We shouldn't be laughing, but wait, $25?
This is my real life. Like I really.
No
30
way.
days. Okay, so you wake up in the morning. The
wake
doors
up in the morning, 4
open
o'clock.
up.
I'm not eating that goofy stuff. Like they serve you nasty food.
It's not like
I'm not eating that.
Do you have options? Can you buy food?
Well, you got commissary. You got your own.
Oh, commissary thing, yes.
And then I worked in the kitchen at the time, so I used to go up.
So
in there.
like
what are you doing in the kitchen?
That's the best job to have in prison.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
Kitchen, you get to eat. You
told
eat
me
with the
that.
fries.
That's a life.
Okay.
So,
But so it's not like not like there was agege bread, akara.
Nah.
Damn. They don't even try for the
Bro,
cuisine.
I used to work in the kitchen, right? So I stopped eating meat. Like I don't eat meat like even right now.
Okay,
meat
so
and
you're
all
off
that.
meat. Okay.
But this was my reason. I was working in the kitchen. I grabbed a box. I was told to go get a box from the freezer. I grabbed the box, and this was 2017. I looked on the packet and it says expired 2016. So I told dude like, bro, what's up? He like, man, you don't get to choose. Put that there. I'm like, bro, are you serious? We eating expired meat?
Damn.
And I'm like, how can y'all even still buy this?
The prison system.
You feel me? Like this
crazy.
expired last year. This is 2017. How can you still buy expired meat? But they buy it at a discount. Like these stores, once they get expired stuff, they bring it to them. And we're prisoners, so we're like.
So you don't have a voice, That's crazy.
Whoa.
So you wake up in the morning, you go to work, which is
you eat first 4 o'clock, which I skip. I always skip that.
4 a.m.
4
4 a.m. Yeah.
Damn.
Then you go to work. Go to work at about 6, about 5:36.
Okay.
I'll be at work till like 11, 12. Come back. Once I come back, we gotta go back in for count.
Okay.
So everybody gets locked up for another hour and a half. They count everybody, then they let us out. Then they let us out at 4 for lunch.
Okay.
No. Sorry, for dinner.
Yeah.
Lunch is around 12. Dinner's 4.
Okay.
So they let us out at 4. We eat. Then we pack up the plates. Then they let us come out to the common room to watch TV and all that.
Okay, so you watch
You
TV?
got black people watching this TV. You got the Mexicans watching this TV. You got the white people watching this TV.
What?
Never, ever.
Mixing.
Never. You're never.
No, you can't cross.
A black dude cannot sit here, ever.
Okay, let's say you're Nigerian and you like Telemundo.
Exactly.
And
You
your
still can't
favorite
sit
I don't want. I want to
Mexican
watch
soap-
Korean soap.
You still
No.
can't sit there.
No,
You can
okay.
grab your little chair, like if that's the TV right
Okay,
there.
let's say Crouching Dragon, Hidden Tiger came
You
out.
can't
You can't
sit
watch
where
it
they
with the
sit.
Asian.
You can watch what they watching. You just
But
can't
you just
sit
can't
there.
sit with them.
You have to sit in the black area and zoom in to their TV,
Okay.
or it's gonna be a riot. No cap, it happened.
And then after that, what
okay,
happens?
so in that period, people choose. So the lazy people watch TV and all that. The people who are in a routine, aka me, now we get out there, we get in the yard, and we look at each other, and we all know. So everybody's going 50 apiece or 25 apiece. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it's like we doing pull-ups, we doing push-ups,
Workouts and
like
stuff.
an hour worth of workout, and then people go shower, then we chill, we eat, watch a little TV show,
Go back in.
and then we get locked up in the house for 9:45. That's night lights out.
And that's it. That was your routine for
Every day, 2 years.
no way.
No.
Jeez.
It's as well.
I kind of feel like that would have also allowed you to
What did you think?
yeah.
Did you have you
Did
thinking?
have you
Did you
thinking,
write?
yeah, to write or have
It
like
was
a
crazy.
creative
I actually
process or something?
I wrote about 180 records, and I'll tell you it's 180 because it was sheets. It was a sheet of paper,
Yeah.
and each sheet was full with like 2-3 verses.
Yeah.
Next song, 2-3 verses. I had that for like 2 different books.
No way.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when I got out, I lost that. Somebody stole it.
What?
Oh.
How?
Somebody broke into my car, stole a bag that had some money in it with that in it. Like I used to carry, that was my prized possession. Like I had so many
No, I
records.
can't
So many
imagine.
real, you feel me? Like stuff that I can't.
Moments you can't
exactly.
get back.
I was sitting
no.
on that bunk writing that. It's
Oh,
a different vibe.
man, that
Somebody
sucks.
stole that and that hurt me. It
That
hurt me.
person
You need to do
just-
a Drake on them.
Yeah,
you know what happened?
Someone will blow. You
That-
just
that
say one
hurt
guy
me,
will
that
blow
hurt
with
me.
your punch.
So it's like I was
know
sitting here
who
with
it
all this
was.
music that I could have put out in 2016, 2017, and I'm really just like bummed out. Like, oh my God, I gotta start all over. Which I did, and
with the album. Okay, cool.
With the album.
Guys, we've been speaking with Soskid, but we know
Sinzu.
Guys, we have Soskid in the building, but we don't call him Soskid anymore. We call him Sinzu. And if you missed the early part of the conversation, we talked about him being here in Nigeria. We've talked about the troubles he got into, and his time in prison and jail.
Yes,
incarcerated.
But also do remember, follow Cool FM on all our social media platforms. Cool FM Lagos on Instagram. And also Cool FM
Nigeria.
on Facebook, Cool FM Nigeria on Twitter.
That's right.
We're streaming live, especially on our Facebook channel. Lots of people showing Sinzu love. A lot of people just trying to learn from his story. And, so everyone big ups. And everyone listening as well, tuned into Cool FM on the radio. Big shout out.
Thank you so much for listening.
All right. So we were talking about, your whole being incarcerated and everything. And for me, those stories were bone chilling. But I wanted to talk about what lessons did you learn from all of this? What lessons did you learn? What did you take from this experience?
Well, first off, I learned patience.
Yes.
Anybody who know me know I'm not the most patient person to deal with. You feel me? Like, I be short fused most times, but them 2 years, actually, I sat down and I just like figured it out. Like, okay, we got to get this together. You know what I mean? I'm getting older and all that. And, I can't be moving like how I'm moving. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then I also realized like it wasn't worth it. You feel me? Like 2 years for a couple $1,000.
Yeah.
Even, you know what I mean? Versus 2 years I could have been out here putting in work and getting busy. You know what I mean? So that hurt. And in that period while I was locked up, a lot of my colleagues, took off.
Yeah. It was 2 very vital years, to be honest.
I'm serious.
It's a lot of change in.
I was in there because we have this MP3 thing where these are for the people who have money on their books.
Okay.
So, like, you can listen to music. You can buy this little not
like
iPod.
a device.
Yes, a device.
Yeah.
And you can load music onto it.
Okay.
Now,
do you buy music on it?
Yeah, you buy it.
Okay.
Now, when you buy music on these other streaming platforms, it's usually like 99 cents.
Yes,
or whatever.
pretty.
In
How
prison,
much is it?
It was like $1.70.
What?
Stop.
You'd have to work like 2 weeks to buy one song.
What? Exactly.
That was $1.70. Like no cap. No cap. I don't want to mention their names, the artists, but I searched certain Nigerian artists' names, bro, and they were on there.
Wow.
And that tripped me out. I was like, of course I'm gonna search my names.
On a prison playlist.
Zero, that's it. I
love how,
to get back to this music.
I love how straight you are, man.
I said, maybe they don't know Sinzu. Let me try Soskid.
Zero. Oh my days.
You are not on the prison playlist. You're in prison.
But my colleagues that live out here,
the Tiwas, the Banjos.
The songs on the
I don't want to mention their names. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to mention their names.
Yeah.
But they were there. And that to me, like I went back to my cell that day and I just was mad. Like I just started doing push-ups. I was like, I gotta get out of here, bro. Like I gotta get out of here. I started writing everything I could think of. You know what I mean? Yeah.
What would you say is the greatest lesson that being there has taught you? Because I heard that you read the books. One of your favorite books is 48.
I read it twice.
Yeah.
48 Laws of Power.
Yeah.
I read it twice. I mean, patience. You know what I mean? Patience, really, because. Right. When you're patient, you could take more things. You could swallow more. Pause. I don't like the way that came out. But you can.
We move.
Okay, go ahead.
Right. So.
It did not move.
I'm sorry.
You didn't move.
I didn't move fast enough.
Nah, but it's like you could take more. Like you could soak it in more. You know what I mean?
You listen
versus
more.
Just bursting out. You know what I'm saying? And then I realized like I said, I used to be short fused. Like you come at me right now,
yes,
and that's my daughter's calling me right now. I can't pick that up.
Sweet.
Okay.
I can't pick that up.
No, you can't. I'm sorry.
I can't pick that up. Okay, so basically, patience, right? So it's like somebody does something to you, and you can reply on impulse right there.
Yeah,
and it's
the king of clapback.
Right, and then you sit back and you realize like I probably would have did that different if I would have thought it through. You know?
Okay.
So I think for the most part. Patience. I think things through now a lot. Like before I say what's up to you, I would think about your response and think about the energy, the vibe. You know what I mean? If I even want to say what's up in the first place.
Yeah.
So it's
speaking about your daughter, and you've always been very open about it. Even 8 years ago, bore you left Nigeria, you had her on your songs, you had her in music videos, you had her in your lyrics. How is she doing? How old is she now? What is she doing? you know.
Let me tell you what she's doing, bro. My daughter sent me a Cash App. Y'all don't know what Cash App is.
I know
right?
I know what it is. I've
They
seen
don't have
it
it here.
No, they don't have it here, but
Yeah.
it's something that you can send money.
What's the similar thing?
We don't have it.
We don't
Maybe
have
it's
we have account details.
Like
Okay,
no,
so there's a
but
money transfer app.
Yes.
Right? There's an app on your phone.
so use a code, right?
Not necessarily.
no.
Like
Okay.
if I have your phone number,
They're different versions
And you
in
have that
different
app.
countries. Yeah.
you can literally look at your phone right now, and I can request you to send me $100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what my daughter's doing right now.
Wow.
She's my daughter's 11 years old.
She's 11.
She has an iPhone 11 Pro Max.
Just to match her age. How convenient. 11 with an 11.
11.
Yeah.
It'll be cool. To
Yeah.
have an 11, iPhone 11. You know.
Yeah.
Yo.
And she's PayPaling me like, hey, daddy, I need this for my room, and I'm like, I was 11. I wish I had this Apple. I would pull that money from Popsy gone.
It's so easy.
But yeah,
Nice.
she's
my
a big girl.
goodness.
She understands what's going on.
All right,
Yeah.
then. All right, then. That's glad to know. Also, I was gonna throw you this one.
Okay.
Now, you're a hip hop artist. Definitely, you've been away from Nigerian hip hop, and you come back, and our hip hop is speaking a different language now.
Right.
There's a core Yoruba hip hop. It's no more like back in the day where you could put a bit of Yoruba in the lyrics. So there's a whole on Yoruba hip hop line now. There is a whole on English hip hop line. You know, just different. And you trying to get back into the Nigerian industry, then they have like Malians and you know, how do you see the hip hop industry right now? How does it look like to you?
I mean, obviously,
it
I just got here 3 days ago, so
Yeah.
I'm still soaking it in.
Yeah.
But like you said, it has turned into that.
Yeah, there's Latans, there's Zlatans.
Yeah.
Shout out to
there's-
Zlatan. I got him on.
you know.
I got him on a record on my album.
Yeah.
Yes.
My album is out, by the way.
Yeah, better late than never.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny, Sinzu?
Yeah.
I think about when did you drop the album?
November 15th.
Good.
Yeah.
So I think when you drop the album, it's like a few days. I came here, I talked about it. My friend, I was just talking to him in Canada, and he was like, on my to-do list,
Right.
I want to listen to Sinzu's new album called Better Late, because he was telling me, I was like, oh, he has a new album. He's like, yeah, you're on the radio. You don't know. I'm like, I don't know. Tell me, bring me on. So I went and I checked on, and like you rightly said, you know, when you check for you, it's like, where is this guy? But when I checked, then the album came out. And I did take a listen, and I was like, "Oh, wow!"
Quite impressed.
It comes.
Yeah.
It comes from
Nice.
a different. It comes from.
It's a
I'm
totally
telling the
different
story.
energy. Yes.
It's not like a. Oh, I want to go to the club and listen to this guy. It's
yeah,
like a,
yeah.
You know what? I'm about to get in this car. And let me hear what he's
Yes,
talking
I
about.
agree.
It's a story
I
to
agree.
it, you know?
It's one of those start from track one type
Yes.
albums.
Right.
As against,
Yeah, it's
you
a
know,
journey. It's a
yeah.
journey.
Like I'm taking you through my life for
Yeah.
the last whatever 8 years you haven't seen me, 2 years of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's that. Now
Yeah.
going back to your question
Yes.
with the, I like it. I like it. You know why I like it?
Yeah.
Because it's original.
Yes.
You know, back then when I came on the scene back then in 06,
Yeah.
you know, I just came from America and all that, so I had an American accent. People
Yeah.
thought, why these guys speak for there? Like I'm faking it or something. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Then you had a lot of Nigerian rappers who lived here
Yes.
who were faking that accent.
Yes.
Yeah.
That sounded annoying.
Yes.
was
I remember how we used
Do you
to.
remember
feel
that
me?
through
Like,
lyric
it's like
that
you
video
listening
that
to you listening to this dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the
Bro,
same
you
culture
don't talk
clash.
like that, bro.
yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Cut
I'm
it
sure
out.
you know, chilling with my cat. No. So it's like now that people have accepted, like, oh, more for fantasy for whatever. You know, on that. It's like, okay.
Oshimalamo.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's original, and
Yeah.
that's the thing about it is I've always been original. You know what I'm saying? Even when
Yeah.
I was doing my like talking like this, rapping like this. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's original. When I did the Sinzu and Don't Demand, that
Yeah.
was original as well. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I've always been myself. You know, maybe misunderstood, but
Yeah.
I was myself, and I knew that,
Yeah.
and I was comfortable in that skin. Some of these guys weren't. Now I think now they're in it. You know what I'm saying? They get it, they appreciate it, they like it, and they're moving. Like, you know, it's
Okay.
Nigeria to the world. You know what I mean?
One of the big things that happened, especially when you got out, we saw a little Jay-Z putting on Kanye West type of situation. Davido
Yeah.
called you out
Right.
and said, "Oh, he was signing you to 30 BG."
Yeah.
And then there was a bit of a time we didn't really hear much, to be honest, after
Yes,
that
after
whole
signing,
deal and
yeah,
whatever.
deal.
How
Mm.
did you meet? How did you meet Davido?
Yeah.
How did you get signed to 30 BG? Is the deal for real?
You're still on it.
Are you still on
So this
it?
is
What does it
happened, right?
entail?
I got out, and you know, David definitely being a good-hearted person he is. He was ready to throw me an alley oop, like, yo, bro, you need to get back on your thing. You feel me?
Yeah.
Let's leave this illegal stuff alone.
Yeah.
Let's get you back where you need to be. You feel
Yeah.
me? So I was like, bet, and he was like, look, man, whenever you're ready, I'm gonna fly you out here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna put you on gang, and we're gonna get you right back where you need to be. So that's what that was about. So when I was actually able to get my probation officer to sanction me to fly out to DC to go link up with them.
Yeah, okay. I wondered about that.
So that was, he had to call. Davido had to actually call my probation officer.
Wow. Is his name that good even in the States?
Yes.
No,
nice. Hi, I'm Davido.
Nice.
Was the probation officer Nigerian?
BMW Music Group, and we want Sinzu on the record, and we want him on the team, and we need him.
So
wow,
sweet. That's dope.
Shout out to David.
That's so dope,
bro. Y'all
love
understand,
it.
Bro. Like that dude, it's deeper than just like
like what's happening on social media.
Shout outs to him. Yeah. Called the probation officer.
He did that for me. You feel me?
Nice.
Got me out there, did all that, and obviously, so in that period, it was like a year type of situation. You feel me? In that period, things were supposed to happen, but I wasn't able to come to Nigeria. I was still on active probation.
Okay, I see.
So in that period,
time is moving
too, though. Like I'm not. Shout out to David, and you know what I'm saying, and I appreciate him, but I'm a grown up too. Like I'm not gonna depend on David to do what I need to do as a man. You feel me? So based on that, that's how Better Late Than Never came around, and I just started working on that on my own, and it's still, we still have that. You know what I'm saying? It could still be something, but at the same time, at least it's love. It's there.
Okay.
Yes, he came through.
I appreciate David.
Yeah. So there will be future.
Definitely, man. That's gang. That's fan band.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
I did a song with Peruzzi on my album. He's 30 BG.
True that.
Never met Peruzzi before. It was off the strength of David. You feel me? Make that happen. So.
Yeah.
What of Zlatan? You got a track with Zlatan, the Zankuzu track. How did that come about?
Do we have that here though?
Yes, it's called Zankuzu.
We're throwing that in immediately.
Yeah.
But I want to find out, how did you meet
album.
Zlatan? How did you get a track with Zlatan?
Never met Zlatan. You feel me? Until I met him in Houston. Yeah. So let me tell you the way that started. Shout out to Reminisce. Shout out to Olamide. They made that happen.
Okay.
They made that happen. Okay. I already had the song Zankuzu. It was 2 verses, just me. I didn't even know what Zanku meant, and I'm glad I put Zlatan on that record.
Yeah.
Because that would have been awkward.
I didn't know. So he gave you a better understanding.
You feel me? I didn't know Zanku meant Zlatan, I beg, no kilos.
Yes.
So imagine me, Sinzu, coming out with a song Zanku.
Without
Zlatan. I beg, no
Zlatan.
kilos, Zoo. Like, so him getting on the record was perfect. Anyway, so I hit up Reminisce like, yo, bro, I've been getting that Zlatan on
energy,
on what's it called? Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't know if the thing keeps going to the requests because he's not responding.
Yeah.
Get at your boy, let your boy know I'm trying to get at him. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's that. And then Reminisce was like, Jadadi Oti, no T.
You got the voice.
You got it right. You should be acting.
So he's like, so he hits me. He's like, all right, dude is coming. He coming to America. Him and his manager.
Yeah.
And they're gonna hit you up. So I'm in bed, and I get a FaceTime, and I just see these 2 faces, and I'm like, who are these guys? It was Montana and his manager. And they're like,
you must have been spooked out.
But I'm like, wait, who are these goofies? What's up, bro? You're like, hey, they come town. When they come, we go link up this one down.
Mad.
So we came through, and I'm in bed. I'm in bed at 5 a.m. My boy, shout out to my boy Go Mula. You know what I'm saying? He hosted them out there.
Yeah.
So Go Mula hits me up like at 5 a.m. Like, yo, bro, where you at?
He
like, come to my house. I'm like, for what? It's 5 a.m. He like, man, Zlatan over here, man. They about to record. He doing Bill's track, and you know what I'm saying, you want him to do your track? And I'm like, bro, but it's 5 a.m. though. Like,
yeah,
what the?
I can imagine.
Man, he just did the show. He ready to do it. He just did a video. He ready to do it.
Wow.
I'm like, all right, man. So I go up there, and I see him for the first time, and he got his camera out, like, you know, like Sinzu. And I'm just like,
and these are young cats you inspire.
You feel me?
Yeah,
but
you'd never.
But now I'm looking at them popping, and I'm just like, what's up, man? What's happening, man? You already know what I do, my normal. What's up with the full gang, all that. And then Kugbagidi, that's his manager or his road manager. You know, he's funny.
Yeah.
He just looks at me and he's just smiling.
I know. I follow him on Instagram.
You get song, what you want to do? He just smile like, you get song, and I'm like, yeah. You're like, okay, you can go do them now. So
wow.
But they smiling. It's like 6 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm like,
why
they probably just got a big check off the show.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, like, in the mood. What's going on here? Like he like, what this song? Once he finished this one, go do him. So
I be the one.
He finished Bill's song, and they was on my bumper. Like, you know, get this song one to go. I'm like, all right, bro, here it is, man. Just do it. You know what I'm saying?
And that was it.
Homie just listening, frowning his face at first. He was just like, And then I never heard "aye" before. You feel me? That was the first time. So he was like, "aye."
I'm like, what is this?
I'm like, bro, what you doing on my song? Bro?
He was banqueting it. He was
When everything was done,
Yeah.
I was like, aye.
Exactly.
So it came together. Then he left, and then he came back to Houston for another gig, and then we were able to put the video together. So the video's done.
Okay.
Well done.
That's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
So yes, 96.9 Cool FM's Road Show.
Zankuzu.
33 minutes past 5 in the PM. Big shout outs to Sinzu, aka Sauce Kid. He's in the studio with us. He's hanging out with us. And it's very rare you get a musician who does like a full-on personality and name change.
Yeah.
If you type Sauce Kid on the Cool FM system, they're like 20-something, 30-something
And then
hits.
you type
Sinzu, it's like Money in My Pocket is like 15 hits as well. You know, just repping both brands and doing it very well. Big shout outs to you. And you've been with us in the studio for at least the last hour. Just talking about trying to make everyone know where you've been, what you've been up to in the last few days. Are you open to shows and performances? Are you cleared for that? You've been doing that, but
definitely that's really why I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm right here to promote my new album. You know what I'm saying? Promote some of the singles off there, and also tap in with the people who have missed out, like who have not heard from me in a while. Like, hey, I made this song.
Yeah.
Oh, this Under G, that was me. You know what I mean? Because I realized when I was performing the other night, they were like, wow, I actually read somebody's lips. Like, oh, he made that song.
Damn. Yeah, there's a whole long
So it's
generation.
almost like a reintroduction for you.
You got to think about it like,
Yeah.
8 years ago, if you were like 10, now you're 18.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a new.
If you were 12, you're 20 now.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm dealing with as far as, you know what I'm saying, trying to tap in. So, but yeah, definitely. I came here to get that bag, came here to do shows, came here to promote my album, drop my video, and get busy. You know what I mean?
Good to go. So what of people who want to work with you?
Right.
People who want to feature you on music, are you open to that as well? Shoot videos.
I'm open to features if it's worth it, if it's worth my time. Like I'm not gonna waste your time, and I'm not gonna allow you to waste mine. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people who contact me for features need to understand, like, I'm trying to get a bag.
Yeah. You got a daughter to feed.
Because I be saying in my raps, like, man, get your goof ass on my DM. I don't work for free, you know. Excuse my language. But yeah, and then like as far as like other artists that I respect, yeah, definitely I'll do that off the fly. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And for the album, because obviously you talked about just reintroducing yourself and letting people know who you are. Like, not like they don't know who you are, but I'm just saying, like, we've given examples. Are you doing videos for the album? Like, so how can people see the videos? Have you shot videos already?
Is there planning for an album listening?
Yeah, maybe an album listening.
I'm working on
that.
I'm working on that. But as far as videos that I plan to release, I've shot the video for Zankuzu.
Okay.
With Zlatan. So that should be coming up soon.
Okay, good.
I also have the video for HNIC featuring Young Six. So that should be coming up soon. And I plan to do something with Peruzzi.
Okay, nice.
Put a video for the one with Peruzzi so far. And the one with Olamide as well. Like, it's just a time thing. Like, this Dirty December is really tough. It's tough to get people in the same room. You know what I mean? So
is there
like a January situation.
Is there anyone you want to work with?
I want to work with Burna Boy again.
You guys have a good relationship. You mentioned before, like, you guys you've been, rolling for a long time.
That's my guy.
And there's been a big transition in Burna's career in the last year.
Let me tell you why I really like Burna. He didn't change. You feel me? He's the same person
that you knew,
that I met with the high top punk.
Yes.
He's the same person.
He went through the Versace shirt era.
I'm happy for him. You feel me? Like, because I remember, like, it wasn't always peaches and cream.
Of course.
You feel me?
That's what I was saying. That
remember
it
those times.
a good year now.
So to see him now, and for him to still hold me to a high regard is dope.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I love Burna for that. Like, real talk.
I just saw that you guys just got off a call now.
Yeah, he just hit me up right now. You know what I'm saying? Checking out, see what I'm doing. That's my guy. Real talk. That's my guy.
Nice. That's nice.
I actually ran into him on a plane.
Yeah, I saw you guys flew in together. I think you guys ran into each other in Heathrow or something.
Yeah, we was in the first class lounge. I seen him, and I got dreads.
Yeah,
but it's nothing but white people everywhere. So they looking at me like, tattoos, dreads. Who is this guy? Like,
yeah,
you a rapper, drug dealer? Like, who are you?
Yeah.
And then I look and I see this guy, this big bubble jacket.
Yeah.
With dread. I'm like, oh, somebody else with dreads.
Okay.
Burn on boy. Like, Sinzu. Oh man.
It was an epic reunion.
The white folks must have had a face palm moment.
So now they're like, oh, we got 2 of them now.
Oh, dear Lord.
Right. But shout out to Burner. That's
so you want to work with Burner?
What are producers? Who have you?
Yeah.
SARS on the beat, man. Where you at, bro? I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat. He know what's up. I ran into him the other night though. I've been looking for SARS forever.
Yeah.
So
did he give you a bill? He don't work for free.
He's
Either.
super buffo.
I mean,
he says he's gonna beat him.
No, that's my guy. We go way back. We gonna work it out.
Because SARS is like always like
SARS. I want to work with SARS. I want to work with I want to work with Sparroch again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sparroch did the song with me and Peruzzi.
Nice.
And we didn't even see each other. Like I did that over the internet. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like I want to be in the studio and work with him or something.
Yeah.
And a couple of more people. There's people out here. You know, I don't just want to name drop everybody.
Yeah, you want to make sure that everything is.
It's all good. What of the females? Have you really been following the females?
You know what's crazy?
I remember you and Tiwa. I remember you and Tiwa.
I don't know why. It's like they never hit me up. Like they never want to do a song with me.
You want to hit them up, maybe?
They be having boyfriends, like it's crazy.
No, but you can.
They be thinking I'm trying to holler.
But let me say, like, is there? But have you ever just thought about it? Maybe because they're not hitting you up. Maybe like, okay, I probably want to do a song. I would work with Shay or Tenny or someone.
I was in America, not knowing who was hot and who. You know what I mean? So I was just like, all right, when I get back, I'm gonna see what's up.
All right, cool.
But none of these girls rock with me. Like they don't. I don't know. Maybe they don't like my music or something.
No, maybe not.
Maybe
I'm basically setting them up to hit me up.
But you need to understand, and there's not throwing them under the bus. A lot of these females too are youngins. Like some of them are 23, 24, 25, these new singers. So they are probably also from that era of the last 8 years.
Didn't know me.
They didn't know you type stuff. So now,
it's one of the, you know what I'm saying? But
you got to be around the city. You know. When they warm up to you, you'll get.
And there are a lot of them. There's so many women in music now. Niniola there. Tenny's there. There's so many options that you have. Shay's there. Everyone, out there doing stuff.
So, Sinzu, God bless you. Thanks for coming around on the show. We could talk to you for hours, but
and it'll be real. But
no, anything after this is we're gonna start giving out stories that we really can't put out. We can put those out. These are the official ones. So thank you very much for coming to Cool FM.
Yes.
And please, I beg you, my brother, stay out of trouble. I would love to see you around a lot more often.
Right.
I don't want the next interview to be when it's 8 years from now, 2028. So please
but before you go, I have one more question.
Yes, please.
Okay, because just so that people who are listening and people that might have been in your situation or they find themselves in trouble.
Yeah.
Now that you're out of trouble, I know you're focusing on the music. Is there any other thing that you're doing to make money for yourself?
I'm into dog breeding now.
Okay.
That's big. That's big money.
Okay.
I got some French bulldogs, some bulldogs, some Canny Corsos.
Nice.
And one of my guys has some bullies.
Okay.
So I plan to bring that to Nigeria.
Okay.
Exotic dogs and stuff like that. That's
nice.
I had one of my friends from the US. He owns his Instagram handle is West Coast Bully Unit.
Okay.
And he started that out like a long time ago, and he really just documents everything, even how he mates them, breeds them, and he's really into it. So I know it's big money.
Page that nobody knows about that documents the everyday life of my dogs.
Wow. How many dogs do you have?
Right now I have 3.
Okay. What are their names?
3, but I have so there's Kirko, he's a Rottweiler. There's Nova, she's the Canny Corso, and there's Ghost, who's the French English bulldog mix. And then there's Ruka.
He says Ghost. Ruka,
she's a French bulldog.
Ruka, that's what I'm thinking in my head.
Shout out my boy Stone. My boy Stone named her that. That's his dog, but it's our dog.
I love dogs.
And then we got Bam Bam. He's a pit bull.
Bam Bam?
Yeah, Bam Bam.
Teddy ain't Bam Bam. I kid.
You have Namdi?
Namdi.
Come on, man.
No cap. We name our dogs Nigerian names.
That's N6's real name, so Namdi.
Come on, bro.
N6, you're done. Now that you messed up, like, I'm going to call Sinzu's Namdi for you.
Come on, bro.
Hey, man, she set you up for that one, bro. She asked me. I ain't mean to put it out there, bro.
Yeah, Lord.
But not yet.
Well done. And, we can't wait to see your videos and all the stuff that you'll be working on. And, like we said,
and also Lagos also doing hit Sauce Up, featuring shows.
What's your Instagram?
Season, so hit them up.
Chief Hunnit Bands. CHIEF HUNNITBANDS.
How did you get that? Why is it not Sinzu?
Yeah.
I am Sinzu online.
Sinzu, it used to be Sinzu SMG.
Yeah.
Yes.
When I caught that when I caught that charge, the first one in 2013,
you had to change it.
I had to like get off Instagram, so I deleted my thing.
Okay.
And then when I decided to come back, when smoke had cleared, somebody took that name.
Oh.
Yeah, I wasn't able to get it no more. So,
that sucks.
I was just like, okay, what can I do? And then at that point, I'd already got real deep in hustling, and I was sitting on $100K for a whole year and not touching it. So that's where that name came from. Like I just had $100,000 just in a shoebox for a whole year, just sitting there, and I was.
I know the grind.
So I just came up with that name, Chief 100 Bands. That's how I came up with it.
Okay.
Okay.
And it just stuck.
It just stuck because it was real. Like I literally was looking at $100,000 for a whole year, like just and not needing it. I'm like, man, I'm Chief 100 Bands, like, you know what I'm saying?
But you're pretty much you're calm now. You're cool. He's calm now.
I'm older, bro.
You have a lot more to live for.
And there's heat in this country.
So you just can't be too feisty. All right, we gotta let you go. Thank you so much for stopping by the Cool Station. Always a vibe talking to you. Whoop, make some noise.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you. All right, then, Lagos, Nigeria. We're gonna get back to regular scheduled programming. Hope you enjoyed that. Big shout out to Sauce Kid. But keep it locked on Cool FM. Don't go anywhere.
We'll be right back.